guys, welcome to my very first reading vlog on this channel. Technically, every reading video I do on my main channel is a reading vlog, but they're usually themed around something, and this is the start of me testing out a format of just literally vlogging anytime I'm reading a book so that I can post these because I love watching these videos so much. So reading plans for this video were to read this book, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. It's gone pretty viral on TikTok lately. I know it looks like a children's book possibly, but it is a contemporary romance. But I just want to give you content warnings for this book right off the bat so that you understand my reactions to what's happening. This book has cheating in it, and it's about a toxic relationship of kind of the aftermath of him cheating on her a few years back, and they refuse to get back together, but he sleeps with other women to make her jealous, and she dates other guys to make him jealous, and that is what you're reading about. I was told that this was a closed door romance book series and that they talk about spice but they don't show it. That I don't think ended up being true in this book. There's like one scene, but it doesn't mean that it's an age appropriate book. I would say this is 18 plus because even though they're not describing those scenes all the time, they're still describing explicit content all the time throughout the entirety of the book and tons of swearing. So if those are things you don't like, then don't read this at all. Have fun watching me react to the craziest relationship I've ever read in a book in my entire life. Okay, we are in the midst of a torrential downpour right now, which is amazing reading weather. Ooh, thunder. Not great lighting, but very cozy reading weather. But the update is that I am exactly 100 pages into Magnolia Parks, which is chapter 11. Also, I love that my bookmark matches the red. So I'm gonna read this in the cozy reading weather, and then I'm also going to update my reading journal a little bit because I finished a book yesterday, so I get to cross it off my TBR, which is one of my favorite things ever. And maybe we'll do another spread because I'm feeling very cozy and very much wanting to scrapbook an entire spread now. I kind of want to print out all the covers of these books and then create a spread and then journal as I go. And also, I'm trying to tab this one. It's not gonna pick that up right now. I've been tabbing it every time she describes whatever designer outfit she's wearing so that I can look up those items and then print them out for the scrapbooking of this book because it would make a very pretty spread. She just mentioned this one bracelet and I was like, oh, I should actually look up what that looks like. And it was a $700 bracelet. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. The other two books are coming in tomorrow. So even though I have 400 pages of this one left, it's very easy to read. It's like a stream of consciousness type of writing. So I'm gonna try to read all of it tonight. Let's read in the cozy rain. I have a reading update for you. I was quite ambitious last night, claiming I was going to read all 400 pages. That did not happen. I'm on page 250, so I am exactly halfway through the book. I'm tabbing it, and you can see how much of the book I've read, so that's pretty satisfying. So I'm halfway through, and I'm enjoying just all the characters. It's found family. It's not much describing the setting or anything. It's more so just dialogue and dramatic scenes happening, which is very easy to read and very entertaining. And she also loves fashion, so every single time that she talks about what she's wearing, I've tabbed it. So this one says, I put on my candy pink square neck knitted mini dress from Bailman and the over the knee suede stiletto boots, blah, blah, blah. And there's so many pink tabs of where she's describing what she's wearing. It's like every chapter she tells you what she's wearing. So that's very entertaining if you love fashion. And then last night I made this little spread in my reading journal of August video ideas and then a little bookshelf of the books that I've read in August. I just love drawing these little bookshelves. They're so cute. And I have a book haul because the other two books just came in the mail. I think this is them. OMG, OMG. Ooh, these books are like bricks. Okay, the second book is not as long, so that's good. I love the velvety, smooth books. They're so satisfying. So this is book 2, and it's called Daisy Hates, which is a character in Magnolia Parks that we've seen her like twice in this book so far, but this book is from her perspective, I think. This book is from Daisy and Julian's perspective. We have not met Julian, I don't think yet. Oh, this book is still like 400 pages. That is so wild. This book is 424, and I thought it was smaller in comparison to this one. And then we have the last book. I think there's more books coming out in the series, possibly 7 total, but these are the ones that are out. This one is Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, and this one is my favorite cover. I just think that is so unique. You would barely even realize it's a book, honestly. Like it's just something I've never seen before. What is this book about? This is Magnolia and BJ again. I am so happy that I'm holding these all. I was so excited to get these because I just think all of these covers are so cool. Look at the spines. Let me know if you like these covers because I know some people don't like them, but I really, really, really love them. I want to display them. The artist who created these are her first book covers. Pretty crazy. First book cover she designed, going viral. And look at the spines, that is so fun. Okay, I'm gonna read for the next few hours and see how far we can get. So we just got to this one part in the book, and I think I'm realizing there's gonna be a plot twist at the end. This is just me guessing, but I think that the reason this relationship ended is not what we think, and it's not what Magnolia thinks either. We're gonna find out, but I've seen people on TikTok react to the last chapter, and from what I've just read on chapter 32, he's hiding something, and I think it's gonna change the entire story, so that's gonna be very interesting. Reading updates. Yes, I am wearing a jersey. I am the wife of a football fan, okay? I'm now on page 414. I still can't get over the fact that this book is 500 pages. So lots of stuff has happened, lots of drama. I have an opinion on the love triangle going on and who she should pick. Yeah, this book is really reminding me of reality television, and it's kind of one of those things where I feel like I could like it if I turned off my critical brain. I don't know, like I love the whole trope of extremely wealthy people. Like they all have private jets. She buys Gucci every day. Like it's just so wild, and I love that about fiction. And so it's so fun to read books like that. And there's also found family, which is an amazing trope. And then I love books that are just mostly about the characters and about their dialogue and like the different dramatic scenes happening in their life. There's not really much description about the setting that they're in. It's just very fun, entertaining. And so for all of those reasons, I really like it, but I don't like BJ's vocabulary. I wish he was a different person, I guess. But yeah, this book has fake dating trope, if you're unaware. I don't know if that's like a thing that people are saying when they talk about this book. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the last 85 pages, and I'm gonna film my reaction for the last chapter because apparently something happens. I have a few guesses as to what happens, so we'll see. I have no idea what I would rate this book so far. I don't know if I like it or not. I was doing a time lapse, but my jaw is on the floor now. This book, number one, BJ is infuriating. I cannot believe, I don't know how he could bounce back from this in the third book. No idea how. It's like, this is, I haven't had a reaction to a book like this in a long time where I actually read the page, my jaw is dropped, and I have to just look away and think for a second, because what is going on? What is going on? This is not real. This is not a real book. Like, obviously, this is fiction. What is going on? What is going on? This book is almost so fun because of how infuriating and ridiculous it is. Do you know what I mean? But also, BJ is infuriating right now. No. This book is going to end in ruin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a crazy last few pages. Probably like the most ridiculous thing I've ever read in my entire life. Finished the book, all 500 pages. Got to the plot twist. It was not what I was guessing. Look at the spine. This is so sad. I had to bend it to read it, but it's really messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna think on this. I'm really gonna do some thinking. I've never been so conflicted about a book in my life. I'm gonna go watch a bunch of other reviews, maybe discuss with some people I know who have read it, and I will get back to you tomorrow. Good morning, all. I have never been more stressed out by reading a book in my entire life. And I'm not gonna go into depth about my thoughts, I think, until after reading the second book, because I wanna see if the type of toxic relationship continues to be a theme with a different couple, because if it is, I don't know if I can handle this. Let me just say quickly, basically the theme of my thoughts are, as long as you know that this is fiction and that you should never tolerate this in a real life relationship and you should never think that it's romantic or okay, then have fun, read this book. So much rich people drama, we love it, right? There are really beautiful quotes. I understand loving angst because I love Twilight. So of course, I love angst. I love the Cruel Prince trilogy where they're enemies to lovers and they never admit that they actually like each other. Is that emotionally healthy? I don't know, but this is a different level of toxic. Trigger warnings for cheating and for drug use. And this is just beyond toxic. This is like actually the wildest thing I've ever read, because I was not rooting for them to be together at all. I initially rated this book 2 stars on Goodreads, and then I changed it to 3 stars because I enjoyed reading the drama and I'm excited to like be in this world still, but it has completely consumed my brain and I'm so stressed out. I've literally never been so stressed out reading a book because I don't like to talk negatively about books, especially because so many people love this book. And if people love it, I don't want to bash it. That's just not nice, and it's not fun to listen to. So I'm not bashing this book. I understand why people love it. I understand the enjoyment of reading fun, dramatic book that is so wild and crazy. Okay, let's read book number 2, Daisy Hates. Done. So cute. That is the last Shatter Me novella. So I've finished the series kind of because there is one novella book that I have not read. That was at the start of the series. And just so that I can say I've read every piece of content ever created for this series, I do want to go back and read that. But I've basically finished the series. Look at how cute this book is. I did little pink tabs. I think this one's so pretty. A beautiful, wholesome ending, character development. And it's so funny because I was just DMing Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, and I was like, when is your Daisy Hates video coming out? And she was like, well, it was supposed to come out sooner, but I needed to take a break and read a healthy romance book. And I was like, that's exactly what I did. Reading a little novella in between because I just could not immediately continue. We might get back to this, we might not, I don't know, but let's do a little bit of reading journaling. Here is my process in the reading journal currently after finishing a book. I make it a lengthy process because it's so fun to fill out all of these different things after finishing a book. So I'm using my old reading journal and then my new one, adding it to the reading log, crossing it off TBR list, adding it into my August spread. And then for this series specifically, since I invested so much time into it and loved it so much, I decided to do my first ever scrapbooking spread in the journal. So I just printed out a few pictures that I found from Pinterest, and then in between, I just kind of wrote some of my thoughts and feelings. It's the next day. It's thundering again, so it's such cozy reading weather. And I've been trying to read Daisy Hates, the second book in the series. I got to page 76. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a mafia romance. Yeah, I was shocked when I found out that was a genre. I think that's kind of the vibe this is giving me because they have an illegal business where he like steals art, provides guns, and stuff like that. I've never read something like this before, and I'm just starting to think that maybe this series isn't for me. I read the first one, which you guys saw. Basically for me, the toxic relationship wasn't something I was rooting for, which kind of made the whole book null at that point, you know what I mean? And I'm just not really liking the characters or how they act or how they talk. I might at some point pick up these books again if I get curious. By the time that people start reading the third book, there is still like a lingering curiosity of what happens to this couple of Magnolia and BJ, but I don't enjoy it when I read it. It just stresses me out. So even though it's beautiful, I think I'm gonna put it away for now. I'm so happy that I own these because I think these are so pretty still. It's not for me, and I personally wouldn't recommend it, especially if you read the books that I recommend, like Better Than the Movies or the Cruel Prince trilogy or stuff like that. This is so not that, and I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a sweet romance. It's not any of those things. So putting this away, removing this bookmark to go into a different book. Let me know your thoughts. I am open to thoughts because I hate talking negatively about books that I know people love because I just think it's pointless. So I'm not bashing the book or anything. I just personally like can't root for them. So I'm just gonna put it down. So I hope you enjoyed my first reading vlog. It was potentially the most stressful thing I could have possibly read for my first reading vlog, but let me know if you liked it. And in the next vlog, I will read some books that are hopefully 5 stars or really good. So I'll see you on Instagram or TikTok or my main channel. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.